How you doing, my friend?
Square them up. Also need 3 more teams for doubles to square those up.
Ten seconds left in practice. We welcome you into today's coverage of the 2026 Greater Ozarks Bowling Shootout. The doubles event everybody comes to in the great state of Missouri in the month of August. I think it's also been in September in the past as well. Jumped around the weekends a little bit, but it's great to be back at Enterprise Park Lanes here in Springfield, Missouri. Home of a couple of tour stops the last couple of years. Love coming down here. General Manager Chris Taylor on the mic right now, thanking some of the sponsors. I'll have more about the sponsors here in just a little while myself as well.
We do need a few more brackets. I don't know where they are. We've had a few more come up since.
Got a pretty good turnout here this year for the double shootout. We'll have an A squad, a B squad, a C squad. We'll go over all that with you as well. Thank you guys for tuning in today and spending the day with me here on Inside Bowling. We'll get started on lanes 35 and 36, 37 and 38. Trevor Baumgartner, Dylan Burns bowling together. Christopher McNamee and Stephanie Riley, along with Craig Hendrick and Tony Yarborough and Eric Sachs and the Bald Eagle, Mr. Brad Miller, one half of the Brad and Kyle YouTube channel. And I do want to thank our friends at Lane Talk for powering our scoring, and I also want to thank our fine folks over at Brunswick for the integration for us being able to stream this event. It means a great deal to us here at Inside Bowling, so thank you to both Lane Talk and to Brunswick. Highly suggest downloading the Lane Talk app. And if you own a bowling center, I highly suggest checking out Brunswick Scoring for your bowling center. Before we get too far down the road here, I think it's important to talk about our oil pattern. So after Craig throws his shot here, we'll take a look at this year's oil pattern designed especially for this event. Here it is. It's the 12K double shootout, 12,000 up top. That's why it's called 12K. As you can see, it's a 7.78 to 1 ratio. It is symmetrical pattern here. Nothing super hard, nothing super easy, but to most players it's gonna play easy with the caliber of bowlers that we have here this weekend. I would call this a modified house shot, 41 feet in length. You're looking at 28.5 mils. Last week when we did the 11thframe.com Open, we had almost 40 mils of oil, and it was 46 feet, and it was 1.3 to 1 ratio. So not quite like last week, that's for sure. The scores should be plentiful. Last night in the sweeper, the scores were a little bit lower than in prior years. However, Zach Wilkins won on the scratch side with a score of 1,011, and Nathan Massey won the sweeper last night on the, I guess, the handicap side, 1,028 for 4 games. Massey and Wilkins last night for 4 games, so it gives you kind of what the top dogs did last night. Also, while we're at it, let's go ahead and pop up our weekend schedule here. Anthony Simonson makes the thumbnail here this week, and he'll be bowling this afternoon. A squad qualifying getting started right on time here at 9 a.m. We'll be back with a B squad qualifying at 1:30, and then back again tonight, C squad qualifying at 6. Cashers round tomorrow morning starts at 8:30. That'll be 5 games. We have 7 games of qualifying, 5 in the cashers round. Then we'll come back for the bracket finals on Sunday. And the way the bracket finals work is Baker, and it is top 16, best 2 out of 3 matches. Always very exciting Baker matches. And we'll have that in its entirety for you right here on our network here at Inside Bowling. Also, if you'd like to support our channel, we run deals of the week on our website. We sell a lot of apparel, over 1,000 t-shirt designs, and this just so happens to be that Back to League week where we're offering all of our t-shirts this week for just $19. $19. It's our Back to League special. We do it every August as everybody's getting back into league. You can get all of our t-shirts, all of the major brands represented, as well as all of our custom t-shirts, all of our in-house designs. Bowling t-shirt sale, just $19 now until next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Also, if you'd like to save at InsideBowling.com over on our website, you can year-round with coupon code YouTube. That's coupon code YouTube to save 15% year-round if you're watching this broadcast at a later date. So we appreciate everybody that supports us, allows us to go out and stream these events, reinvest into equipment, and put food on our table. So thank you to everybody for that one. We're good, CT. We are good. Get a look and see how the players are playing the lanes here. They're going to be towards the outside part of the lane. That's where the shape is. You see Brad's pretty much borrowing the second arrow here. When I say that, you know, borrowing the second arrow, throwing it over the second triangle. Be fun to see how they break down. Talk a little bit about this lane surface and the oil here at Enterprise Park Lanes. Don't forget our proprietor, Steve Weimer. I had a chance to spend some time with Steve last night. The Weimer family built this bowling center and built it to be able to have the Greater Ozark tournament, and they also take care of their league bowlers here. It's a casual play center as well, but this place, let's face it, the Weimer family, they love competitive bowling, and that's why the Greater Ozark is hosted here, as well as, which is a singles, doubles, and team tournament, just like USBC Nationals. It's been going on forever. Everybody bowls that thing, and it's no secret that this house favors competitive bowling at all levels. It is we're using Kegel Glide Oil, by the way. We're using Glide Oil. They got Glide Oil out there on the lanes, which is very slick oil. It holds up really well. It's a new oil that has been developed in the last, I'd say, probably a year and a half now. Time flies when you're having fun. But Kegel Glide Oil, we see that a lot throughout the country now in events that we stream and at the highest level. They're using Brunswick Pro Lane, or bowlers are bowling on Brunswick Pro Lane that was installed 16 years ago. So it's a hard surface, but it's had a lot of traffic, a lot of play on them. So, you know, just like every surface, the fronts want a hook, like always. Using lanes 1 through 40 here. Looks like 39 and 40 are a dark pair right now. I probably won't use that pair unless we have an overwhelming amount of players that are coming in to bowl. And it looks like if I go over to lanetalkstats.com, like you guys can at home, go over to Lane Talk, click on live scoring, and then you type in Enterprise Park Lanes. You can go and take a look at all the live scoring. And let's see here. We're using lanes 11 through 38. 11 through 38 is what we're using here today. All right, what else I got for you here? Last year's champs were Farrell Williams and Zach Wilkins. This event started in 2020 with A.J. Chapman and Francois Lavoie winning. Then Lavoie won with Chris Sloan in 2021. In 2022, it was Packy Hanrahan and Sean Lavery Spar. In 2023, it was A.J. Chapman and Sean Lavery Spar. 2024, Michael Hallman and Dimitri Cruz. And in 2025, Farrell Williams and Zach Wilkins. Those are your past champions. Farrell and Zach are bowling together. A.J. Chapman and Sean Lavery Spar cannot bowl together anymore based off of PBA championships. And A.J. Chapman getting a win this year. They were ineligible to bowl. Only one PBA champion per team. And let's see what else I got for you here today. 7 games of qualifying at 9, 1:30, and 6. Back again tomorrow at 8:30. Bracket matches start at noon tomorrow. Should take a little over 3 hours to bowl these 7 games here this morning. I guess I should bring you over to this graphic that says game 1 of 7. I'm going to name each one of our sponsors that make this tournament possible. I'll go more in depth about each one of them throughout today's block, but I do want to thank Smith Auto Transport, Heart of America Beverage Company, M5 Pools, Brunswick Bowling, Bowlifi, Enterprise Park Lanes, our sponsors of this year's Greater Ozarks Double Shootout. Dylan Burns, just hammering on it in the middle of the lane. Yes, sir. You may remember Dylan Burns a few years ago at the Holiday Doubles. Absolutely lit him up. Bowled what would have been a record score if the tournament had been sanctioned. Also, when I look at my cameras here, just to let you guys know, I know that the bowlers show up a little bit dark in the settee area. If I lighten it up, the lanes look a bit washed out. So, unfortunately, it's a very dark bowlers area, and then the lanes are lit up. So, I got to be careful with my camera settings here, and I think this is going to be the best look for the weekend. So those of you that may think, man, the bowlers just look a little dark on the screen, I agree with you, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it unless I brought in lighting. So we are broadcasting in 4K here today, streaming at 18 megs. I want to thank Enterprise Park Lanes for providing an unbelievable internet connection here. We have 600 and something up, and I feel like we've got a really nice look for everybody at home to be able to watch no matter what device you're on, whether if it's your cell phone, whether if it's your OLED 100-incher. I know some of you out there got some money. A little humble bragging out there for some of you. Tony, what are you doing throwing it in the gutter, buddy? Tony Yarborough, St. Louis, Missouri, or I'm sorry, he's a Missouri, state of Missouri Hall of Famer. One thing that the players told me last night at the sweeper that, man, you know, they are a little tricky. You just saw that missed spare there by Christopher McNamee. By the way, shout out to all the bowlers. This morning, I kind of got set up in record time, and everything's flowing great here. This is like a home game for me down here. And just a lot of nice compliments this morning from the players just talking to me. Mike, you've been out on the road a lot lately. Yeah, I have. Man, we really appreciate what you do, and thanks for coming out and covering these events. It's so great to see you. And, you know, that means a lot to me from these bowlers coming up and saying that to me. They don't have to do that. They're out there getting ready to throw it for the wheat. They know that I don't come here for free, but, you know, they also know that I'm also not getting rich out here doing this as well, and they just appreciate me. And I always wonder about that, too, a little bit, you know, because when a tournament pays me to come here, you know, the bowlers can think, well, that's coming out of our prize fund, right? Mike's getting some of our money. But with the way the sponsors step up, really it kind of works hand in hand. I don't know if I've really talked about this very much, but, you know, the sponsors like to see the live stream. They like to get mentioned, you know, and it brings more sponsorship dollars in. So oftentimes when I come to an event, it helps get more sponsors, which, you know, the upfront cost to have me here is there, but then the sponsor money comes in, and it's really a wash, and then it actually enhances the event. So that's kind of how the economics of all this works. Tony Yarborough missing the headpin to the right. So what that tells me is, you know, Tony's a very straight player, and you don't see Tony miss the headpin very often, especially in game one of an event. So that tells me that there's a little bit of hang out there, or you can't get away with doing something, you know, quite a bit off, so to speak. Whether if it's target or your speed, or maybe just missing it at the bottom a little bit, you're not going to strike when you make a bad shot in this event. Sure, you got a little bit of room out there. That's not what I'm not saying that they're hard, but you know, just kind of looking around, kind of seeing what's going on here. That's my early analysis. That looks awfully good. Trevor Baumgartner, Dylan Burns coming out firing here this morning. Some of the other teams that we got bowling here this morning is we got Cam Crow bowling with Dre Johnson, Nathan Jared bowling with Charlie Law. We got Trey Brand bowling with Tyler McLaren. Brian Kirkendall is bowling with Colin Norman. By the way, Donnie Wilson usually bowls with Brian Kirkendall, and I just wanted to take a minute to just give a shout out to Donnie Wilson. I don't know if he's watching today, or somebody can get a note into Donnie for me. He lost his father not too long ago, and I just want you to know, Donnie, that covering the events and having a relationship with you over the years, you know, if you were cut from the same cloth as your father, he had to be a very good man, because you're a very good man, and I hope to see you back out on the lanes again here in the future. I know it's tough to lose a parent, and from what I understand, you and your father were extremely close, and you know, Donnie, we miss you here. Brian's bowling with Colin, and we wish them all the best, but tournaments just aren't the same when you're not here. So my condolences to you, and I know you're still mourning the loss of your father. I just wanted you to know that we're thinking of you, and we hope to see you back out on the lanes when you're ready to come back and bowl competitively again. And maybe we'll get you a win on one of these tournaments, and you can dedicate it to Pop. So shout out to Donnie. Love you, brother. Also bowling is Tuna Bonku with Hayden Hale. Alexis Runk, PWBA champion Alexis Runk. We'll talk about that a little bit more when they come through the live stream pairs. Couldn't be happier for her. She's a hell of a bowler. She deserved it. She'll win more, too. She's bowling with her husband, Brandon. Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett bowling together. No Tim and Shay this year. Kevin and Tim. Shay has moved up to Michigan. I guess he wasn't available this weekend, so now Tim is bowling with Kevin Williams. Damian Laird is bowling with Kyle Crane. Aaron Siska is bowling with Lauren Blackwell. Aaron Holloman bowling with Carl Williams. Casey Murphy bowling with Austin Bolds. Evan Flath bowling with Connor Lunning. Dimitri Cruz bowling with Michael Holloman, past champions. Brandon Biondo is bowling with Eric Jones. Good to see Brandon. Talked to him last night for a while. Always good to see Eric Jones, by the way. I got to give him a shout out. Braden Sanders bowling with Parker Watson. Mike Brown bowling with Phil Cosper. Garrett Jolly bowling with Andrew Sachs. Jason Britton bowling with Matt Harper. Larry Foster is bowling with Jordan Turner. Ryan Powers bowling with Brandon Rock. Seth Harris bowling with Justin Kennedy. Colin Clark bowling with Landon Connell. Zach Leschikar is bowling with Emmanuel McPherson. Then you've got Cameron Brundage bowling with Victor Cortez. Trevor Baumgartner bowling with Dylan Burns. And you see the rest right here. So there you have it. Looking to see if there's any 300 games possible here in game number one. Normally we see that here. And there's no front anything. So I'm liking this pattern a little bit. A little tricky, Ricky. A little on the tricky side. Loving that. Loving that. Loving every minute of it. I want to welcome in all 347 viewers. I'll check my chat room here in just a second. I've been just gabbing away, paying the bills, getting what we need to be done here. Who's in here today? I'm going to take it from the top. What up, Perry? What up, Toby? What up, Sarah? What up, Kristen? What's up? Gas Racing 5000. Making fun of bald people this morning. What's up, Chuck Richies? How you doing, Mr. Richies? Saw you shared that call on your 300 game from a while back. Boy, was that hilarious. That was fun, buddy. Let's see. What's up, Tom K? Mike, you need your own shirt saying Flanagan's Shenanigans. Yeah, maybe so. The incredible soft hand of Tony Yarbrough. Couldn't agree more. I love old soft hands. Good morning from Sydney, Australia. I'll be damned. What's up, Australia? How you doing? Shout out to you guys in Australia watching today. Let's see. What else we got here? We got only 1 year a Canuck didn't win it. Any Canadians bowling this year? History favors them, apparently. No, they're all going for a rip. They're going for a rip, bud. You want to go for a rip? Oh, yeah, bud. Let's say. Looks fantastic. Looks great. Cool. Over under 300 games this set. 4. I'm going to take the under on that one. Video's good. Keep it like this. I smell great this morning. I sure do. What's happening to Mr. Smith? Alan Smith walking in. Let's see. Dougie Vision in the house. What up, Dougie? What up, baby? How you doing? How you doing, girl? Let's see. Who else? Oh, Simonson. Yeah, I'll see you, bro. Thanks for letting me put you on the thumbnail. Kristen's dealing with some car repairs. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, Smalls. We got Smalls in the chat. Dylan Burns was looking like King Kong, but the wheels are falling off here a little bit. Goes front 5, 6-3, 9 spare, now through the face. Saw Brad go through the face a couple shots ago. Playing a little on the tricky side. Kind of feel like seeing if my wireless mic works. I think it does. Let's see. Yeah, it sure does. I think I'm going to go down and ask Brad what he's seeing from this pattern. I don't know what you think about that. Let's see if I can get Brad to give me what's going on. I'm going to see if he's going to talk to me. Brad, what are we seeing from this little pattern here this morning?
It's not your typical, I don't think it's the typical house shot, man. I mean, it's the ratios kind of says something like it, but you bowl, and there's not a whole lot of room left, and you can kind of airmail it to the right pretty easily. So I'm actually really impressed with the pattern. It's really cool. You can still shoot some big games. Yeah, it's a great pattern.
Yeah, they're not hard by any means. They're just weird.
Yeah, you got to have the right ball. You can't just kind of send it out there and watch it come back. You got to at least have some direction, idea, and make sure the ball's on the right line. So, yeah, pretty fun.
All right, man, cool. I'm going to talk to Eric, too. Why not? Eric, what are they like on the left?
I don't know. They were kind of tricky last night. They started off flatter than I thought they'd be, and then today came in and put a little more surface on some stuff, and it's helped, but we'll see how they transition. I think we're going to see a lot more urethane go down a lane than I thought we were going to see this weekend. So,
Hi, brother. Go Brewers.
Go Brewers.
All right. All right, so I'm out here just running around now. I'm going to come back to the booth. Hopefully that came through okay for everybody. There's some insight early on. Me doing a little field reporting. Meanwhile, Craig Hendrick, who's got, 7-bagger, he's like, why didn't Flanagan talk to me? Well, Trey, sorry about that. If I went down and talked to Trey, he'd miss on the next shot and blame it on me. No, he's not like that. 420 people watching. That's a good morning of viewership, everybody. I don't see Sarah here this morning. How do we see other scores again? Level was a little low on the wireless. Okay. Well, I also didn't shove it like in their faces, you know what I mean? But I'll work on that. You guys wanted to see live scoring. I'll get you a little live scoring link. There you go, live scoring. Live scoring, boom, right there. I'll pin it in the chat for you. Pinned. All right, cool. Love having the lane talk. I'll have it next week in New Mexico as well. By the way, next week we'll be at the New Mexico Open. They are still taking entries for that. If you can get your butt out to New Mexico, I highly suggest getting out there. A lot of the big stars aren't going to be there, so that means a little more opportunity for you amateur players out there. Little live events going on here. Let's see. We got New Mexico Open next week, August 27th through the 30th at 10 Pins and More in Albuquerque. And then I get a week off, everybody. Holy shit. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Yeah, I get a week off. Birthday weekend for me. Turning the big 4-7. By the way, everybody, I won't be streaming this many events when I'm 50. So if you like this, enjoy it for the next 3 years. I'm kind of announcing my semi-retirement. When I'm 50, I'm cutting back. I'm cutting back when I'm 50. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm cutting back. Events might still be streamed. It just won't be me doing it. It'll still be on my network, but it won't be me. 4 to 5 events a year tops for me. At 50, I'm calling it. Just letting you know. You got 3 more years of me. You got 3 more years of Maniac Mike. Okay? So we got New Mexico Open next week. Then we got Ebonite Fall Classic, September 12th and 13th, up in Maple Lanes in Waterloo. Go back up there and see the great folks in Iowa. I was just there last weekend for the 11thframe.com Open. Shout out to our champion, AJ Chapman, looking to go back-to-back here on Inside Bowling here this week. His partner made the steps last week as well. All right, where was I? AJ Chapman. AJ Chapman's bowling with Lucas Hersrud. Lucas Hersrud is who he is bowling with here. So good luck to those guys. Uh-oh, we got a super chat. What up, Joseph? Thanks, buddy. Hey, Mike, always appreciate the coverage. My wife walked by the TV room and said the greetings you were giving to viewers reminded her of the romper room. Romper room, huh? Am I even allowed to say that on air? Romper room? Oh, I see romper room. Oh, I remember old romper room. That's right. Romper Room is an American children's television series that was franchised and syndicated from 1953 to 1994. Well, they call me an old soul here, so appreciate you. The old Romper Room. A little tricky out there, I agree. I don't know if Brad's saving the cover or not. Little 212 start. Sachs finishes with 233. Craig Hendrick 255. Yarborough 167. 167. 216 for Stephanie Riley. Shout out to Stephanie out there, grinding away a little 2-teen there. Christopher McNamee, 164. Had 219 for Trevor Baumgartner. Dylan Burns, 218 after starting with the front 5. No strikes on the back end. And I didn't catch the scores over on 27 through 30. As you know, I'm always just kind of getting rolling here on A squad qualifying. So if I miss a couple things here and there, that's just me getting old. Nothing else I can say about it. All right, let's see. I'm going to push into game 2. We'll actually slide over here. We got some folks coming over. We got a little Seth Harris bowling with Justin Kennedy. We got Brandon Biondo with Eric Jones. We got Zachary Leshikar bowling with Emmanuel McPherson. And Mike Brown bowling with Phil Cosper. Shout out to the entire staff here, by the way, at Enterprise Park Lanes. We've got names up there that actually move, and we'll be able to keep track of game totals as we move along. What's up, Mr. Crow? Good to see you, brother.
Sad I didn't see you last week. My back is fucked up.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I know, it sucks.
Yeah.
So I'm actually kind of glad. I saw the score and it's like, oh. Well,
Yeah, they were pretty hard.
on our side, yeah.
Yeah, they weren't great on the left last week, Cam. Yeah, Cameron Crow here, everybody. Great to see Cam. There's Biondo. He's throwing urethane. Ball hooked a little early. Didn't love it. Maybe a little left to target like Brad was talking about. Miss a little left. Miss a little left, it goes high. Miss a little right, it hangs a little bit. I don't know if Simo's still watching, but you know, Simo usually doesn't like to go to events that are bowling on really easy conditions. Just doesn't prefer it. I think you're going to be quite happy with the way they're playing here. Hey, Brad, somebody wants to know, are you saving the cover? You saving your cover stock? Do you still get people, do people still say that to you?
Yeah, a little
once in a while? That's so crazy. That one moment in that one vlog.
I didn't even think about it. And you ran with that. Like,
I know. And it was in the middle of like a 40-minute vlog. So like it would have been like how people are holding on to this long, I don't know.
we still get comments. So
Yeah, it's like right in the middle. Yeah, save the cover. That's the funniest thing ever. To those of you that don't know that story, Brad and Kyle, Dennis, their camera guy, moved on to doing other things. So with a few weeks before the season, they asked me would I be available to go out and vlog and help them out at all. And with my Bowl TV commitments, I guess Bowl TV, the first event, they didn't use me for the first couple days. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll come and vlog for you. So I vlogged a few days for these guys as kind of the narrator and the camera guy on their YouTube channel. And Brad and Kyle actually were on pairs right next to each other. So I had like the most easiest way to cover these guys. So Brad was bowling, and like he bowled 300 almost passing out. Like he almost passed out on the ground. Like it was this weird, crazy thing. And then like the next day, I'm like, man, I don't really like you using this ball, even though he was scoring well. And he says the reason why I'm not using that ball yet is I'm saving the cover. He says he's saving the cover stock by not using it. And it was so funny that he said that. Like I had to think about it. And then so Kyle came over to the camera. I go, Kyle, I think Brad just told us that he's not using a bowling ball that looks better on the lane because he's saving the cover. He's saving the cover stock. I'm like, you got to be pretty good at bowling to be like, I got a ball that works better and looks better through the pins, but I'm not going to use it at the highest level professional bowling event because I want to save the cover stock on the ball. I don't know why I found that so freaking hilarious that Brad said that. I mean, that just like, I was like, I've heard a lot of things. You know, that sounds like something one of the greatest players ever in the history would say. They're like allowed to maybe do something goofy like that. We're talking about Brad. No PBA titles, not to rub it in his face. But this dude says to me that he's not going to use a ball that looks better on the lane through the pins, gives him more area, because he's saving the cover stock on the ball. And I just, oh, man, that was just hysterical. But that's Brad. Brad is just, anyway, he bowled great. And I need to defend Brad and say that his ball choice was knocking them all down. And the ball that I thought he should have been using, maybe he wouldn't have done as well with it. So, Brad's the bowler. I'm literally just the camera guy. But when he said that, I was just laughing my you-know-what off. Okay, that was funny. All right. A lot of live bowling today. The live candlepin bowling tournament in Maine. A lane record 178 was bowled. That's cool. Eric Jones had a 217 in game one. Let's see, I updated the game graphic. Boy, I'm doing good today. You guys are doing good. I'm doing good. Everybody's doing good. We talked about our great sponsors. Let's talk about one of them right now. Let's talk about Smith Auto Transport. Greater Ozarks Double Shootout is proud to recognize Smith Auto Transport of Springfield, Missouri as the title sponsor of the Greater Ozarks Double Shootout. Smith Auto Transport is a trusted vehicle transportation company specializing in the safe, reliable, and efficient shipping of cars, trucks, SUVs, motorcycles, and specialty vehicles across the United States. Known for outstanding customer service and dependable delivery, their experienced team works with individuals, dealerships, and businesses to ensure every vehicle arrives safely and on time. Please join us in thanking Smith Auto Transport for supporting bowling in the Ozarks and helping make the tournaments possible. If you need a vehicle moved anywhere in the country, be sure to keep Smith Auto Transport in mind. Thank you so much to Smith Auto Transport. I had someone in here last year from Smith Auto Transport to talk a little bit about their business. Great group of people. We had a great interaction off air as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate the assist there, Hulkster.
Sure, no problem.
All right. Is the pattern posted? It's posted on the Facebook page. It is posted on the Facebook page. However, if you're just tuning in, I showed it once. But we'll go once, twice, 3 times a lady. What a great song that is, huh? Little 6-pin trip there for Eric Jones. There's your pattern. A little tricky, but it's still 7-1. I mean, what else do you want here? But there isn't quite as much hold. Using glide oil, by the way. Using glide oil. Glide to the right. Oh, get that messenger. Get that shit out of there. Just get out. Justin Kennedy taking care of it. I said shit twice today. Why am I saying shit so much? That's what happens when you stream. Oh my God. That's what happens when you stream this many weeks in a row. Start to go batshit. Something happens. Yeah, sure does. Let's watch this. Let's watch this Bone 9 again. What do you think? Anybody want to watch a Bone 9? I'm interested. Let me see if I can't get a little zoom in a room. Boom, boom. Shake my rump. Let's see. All right, here we go. Let's see here. I want to zoom in on this a little bit. This just isn't fair. I know all the right-handed bowlers out there are like, well, lefties cheat. So it is fair that this happens. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Zachary. We'll watch Zach make it, and then we're gonna relive this wonderful 9-pin. Oh man, what are you doing, Zach? You can't hook past that, Zach. Come on, you're better than that. Watch this. Urethane, 15-10. Yikes. Thank you very much. Drive through the second window. This going for a rip thing, if you were joining me last weekend, I had several people greet me when I got here and said, hey, Mike, you want to go for a rip? Eric Jones airmails that one. He misses the head pin. That's what I mean, man. This pattern will just stab you once in a while. Just when you think all is good in the world, boom, it hits you. Miss the head pin. There's not a lot of hold either. Not a lot of hold. You got that 41 feet in length, magical number. Urethane is in play if you want to use it. A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. That's going to make them trickier going pair to pair when you got some urethane going on the lanes. You almost got to chart the pairs. You got to know who started with the thing. All right, let's see. What else is going on? Just looking around at the live scoring here. Tim Barron started with a 3-bagger down on lanes 13 and 14. Looks like some of the players move left, some of the players move right. Let's see. What's Brandon Runk and Alexis doing? Brandon's off to a rough start. Hasn't struck through 4 frames. Just checking live scoring. It's pinned in the chat, by the way, if you want to do the same thing I'm doing right now. Have I mentioned how much I appreciate Lane Talk and Brunswick working together to get us some live streaming scoreboards and to Enterprise Park Lanes for making sure that happens? That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Speaking of Enterprise Park Lanes, for generations, Enterprise Park Lanes has been proud to be one of Springfield's premier bowling destinations, bringing together families, friends, league bowlers, and tournament competitors under one roof. What began as a neighborhood bowling center has grown into one of the region's most active bowling facilities, hosting thousands of bowlers each year, while continuing to foster a welcoming atmosphere for everyone, from first-time bowlers to seasoned champions. Today, Enterprise Park Lanes is home of a vibrant league community, youth bowling programs, corporate events, birthday parties, and some of the Midwest premier tournaments, including the Greater Ozarks Double Shootout, the Greater Ozarks Youth Shootout, and the best of all, the Greater Ozarks Open. Our commitment to growing the sport extends beyond competition by providing opportunities for new bowlers to learn, improve, and enjoy the game in a fun, family-friendly environment. While bowling has evolved over the years, the mission here at Enterprise Park Lanes has remained the same: to create memories and memorable experiences, building lasting friendships, and strengthening the community through the sport of bowling. Thank you to all of the bowlers, sponsors, staff, and supporters for being part of the Enterprise Park Lanes family. Enterprise Park Lanes looks forward to many more years of strikes, spares, and unforgettable memories together. And we've made some memories here at Enterprise Park Lanes, and shout out to CT, the Weimer family, and everybody here at Enterprise Park Lanes for providing a great establishment and playground for these players to come out and bowl on, and all of us to be able to watch me on site and you guys at home. If you are within driving distance, I would love for you to come up here and patronize the facility. Come by, watch a little live bowling. I'll tell you something that's underrated. I'm going to give you a little underrated thing. Is I think that amateur bowling tournaments like this one, people should come up with bowling pins and get the entire field to autograph it. Whether you're a PBA bowler or not, I think you should get everybody to do it. Did Brandon just hook by that? Or did it not get there? I think he was in the way. Oh, look at that again. And my replay's acting really weird today. All right, let's see if I can get this. Did it not get there, or did it hook past? I don't think it got there. Emmanuel McPherson leaves the 10 pin, had the front 5. Pretty good shot. Thought they fell at first glance. We're going to invert the stream. Cam Crow, Dre Johnson, Colin Clark, Landon Connell, Trey Brand, Tyler McLaren, Cameron Brundage, and Victor Cortez. And all right, let's see. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? See what I can do over here, everybody. See what I can do. Got some standings after game 1. We're going to look at them together. Let's try this. All right, I think this is going to work. First time showing the standings every day is always a little bit of an adventure for me. All right, let's give this a shot. Let's see what this looks like. All right, everybody. Like Dre struck. All right. Here are our standings after the first game. Colin Clark had 212, Landon Connell 279 for a 491 start. That's your leaders. Ryan Powers and Brandon Rock had 465. Biondo had 242, Eric Jones 217 for 459. Dimitri Cruz and Michael Holloman 220 and 227 for 447. Then you had Sachs and Miller at 445, along with Runk at 445. Then you had 438 for Brown and Cosper, Baumgartner and Burns at 437, Holloman and Williams at 432. Then on sheet 2, we got Leshikar and McPherson at 27 over, Britton and Harper at 26 over, Hendrick and Yarborough at 22 over, Brand and McLaren at 12 over, Crow and Johnson at 8 over, Harris and Kennedy at 5 over, Jolly and Sachs at even. Then you can see, I'm just going to scroll through here. You can look for your favorite team as I scroll. Nice turnout here this morning. Kevin Williams, Tim Barrett, 187, 161. Remember, there's a re-entry squad tonight. C squad is a re-entry squad. We had 28 teams here bowling this morning. That's your game 1 update. Cam Crow can still bowl 219. Dre Johnson 216. 144 for Colin Clark, and Landon Connell can still bowl 278. Sorry about the sound issue, everybody. Sometimes when I build in and add something new with the screen capture, there's a button I have to click, and evidently the button did not work properly. Hey, nice first game.
Thank you.
So my bad. Sorry about that. Yeah, when you add all these different layers and stuff, you guys saw the standings there, though. It's my bad. It's really weird how that happens. This thing gets more and more complicated. when I started adding all these different things. You got lane talk up there, talking to lane talk, and that's all web coded, and that's up on the screen, and you got to build the layers, and then you got to add in all the different stuff. And producing is like my least favorite part of this whole gig. Maybe putting the gaff tape down kind of sucks too, but I do enjoy doing this though. Cam Crow, he did not miss the 10 pin. He was trying a strike shot on that one, getting a look at a different ball. Anyhow, we move on. We move on, and we look at what else we got here. Hey Zach, I can't wait to watch you take the lanes for a rip later, bud. Oh yeah, buddy. We can hear you on device, but not on TV. Yeah. I'll take the L. I'll take the L on that one.
Okay, whatever you think, brother. You're the boss.
Yeah, Dre. Dre throws a powerful ball. I like the way Dre bowls. Let's see. Glad you're having a good time here, Kristen. Thanks for being here. Let's see. All right, hey everybody. I got something for you. I gotta do a little. This is so premature. It's ridiculous. Like, this is so terrible what I'm about to do. All right, so I don't want anybody to hold this against me. But I gotta do it. I gotta do it. All right, here I am. What's up, everybody? All right. So they had a Calcutta here last night. And I'm over. I always set up during the Calcutta here. And then I kind of, oh, what's up? How you doing, Dre? Good to see you. So what I do during the Calcutta is I'm over here setting up and I'm listening to everything. And then Kevin Williams is up there doing the Calcutta deal. And he, all of a sudden I'll hear a team, you know, and I know that like some of these people around here don't know some of these teams, and I've been streaming every weekend, so I've been watching people bowl. And so last night I bought 4 teams. And the most expensive team I bought was for $400, okay? But I grabbed a team for 100, 200, and 200, which is like kind of minimum buys here, okay? So I didn't buy any of the big dogs. The big dogs go for thousands, okay? I bought these little sneaker teams here. So last week at the 11th frame, I was watching Evan Flath bowl, and I thought he was throwing it really, really good. And his partner's Connor Lunning, who I know is, you know, bowling all the time, just bowls all the time, good bowler. And I'm like, I'm going to buy these guys for $100 just out of nowhere. I'm just going to buy these guys. And you know, everybody's, Kevin goes, oh, Flanagan's buying them for 100. These guys must be good. These guys must be sleepers, right? So I've been kind of keeping, they're my only A squad team. I got 3 teams on B squad. And those teams that I bought, by the way, if you're watching, we got to figure out how much of the action you want. I always let the teams buy 2/3 of the action from me because it's a doubles event. They can each get a third. So anyway, the other teams that I got are Andrew Blaney and Keaton Ostrowski, and I got Michael Binns and Nathan Massey, and I got Bloomquist and Magnuson. And Kevin, if you're watching, I want to talk to you when you get here. Anyway, so I just checked out live scoring, thanks to our friends over at Lane Talk. And my boys, Evan Flath has one more ball to throw. And we see what the scoring environment here is right now, okay? He can bowl 290. 290. $100 for this team. All right? Now, it's early. This is I'm bragging way too early. And his partner, Connor, oh, God bless his little heart. He can still bowl 268. Do you know how big 558 right now is in this building? Hey, keep it going, boys. Keep it going. All right. I'm done gloating. I'm done gloating. It's one game. But can't I just enjoy the one game? I'm enjoying the living you-know-what out of this one game. All right, I'm leaving the screen. Proud of my boys. 290 for Evan. I almost got to walk down there and shake his hand. Got to see what Connor finishes with. Man, that is awesome. That is awesome. That's so cool. Not even from the dollar. It's more from the prospecting. I don't even care about the money. By the way, I let those guys buy 70% of themselves. They didn't even know what a Calcutta was. They come up to me and go, hey, thanks for having faith in us, Mike. I'm like, yeah, of course. These guys are balling. There's Connor over there. Oh, he left a 10-pin. Connor's going to have 257. They're going to bowl 547. Oh, my goodness gracious. And they started with, what did my boys start with here? Let's see what they started with. Let's see. Slow starts for almost everybody in the field. They had 353. Evan had 202 and Connor had 151. Then they come back and totally redeem themselves. Love it. Love that. Hey, Jordan, I will let Dre know to get his shit together. Oh, I Madden cursed him. There's no doubt about it. Those are my boys. Those are my guys. 290. I'm telling you, this Evan Flath, he impressed the living daylights out of me last weekend at the 11th frame. Dude is a straight out baller. All right, everybody, I'm going to step away for just a second. Got to go talk to the tournament staff. I'll be right back with more in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're getting ready to head into game number 3. That means I got to swap out the graphic. And there we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We got Hendrick and Yarborough working their way through the building. Started with them. Hendrick had a nice opening game. Here's the guys I was talking up. Evan Flath right here. Another strike. Ho hum. Ho hum. I'm telling you, I like this kid. Connor started with 150. I just got the whole lowdown from Mike Imes from St. Clair Bowl. Mike Imes told me that Connor Bowl 150 could have been a lot better. Got cut up a little bit in that game. Everything's going smooth. Great to be here. Mike, greetings from Germany. What up, Germany? What up, what up? The Barry should have me telecast the Swiss Trios in Wichita. I know it's a great event. I know those guys. Those guys are great guys. Put that event on. I want to give a shout out to Rick Barbera, also jumping through some hoops to get me Lane Talk scoring here this week. If you don't know who Rick Barbera is, he's a true legend. He's in the Mount Rushmore of all-time greatest people in that I've known through bowling. Dude's awesome, and he pulled some stuff together. I was a little tardy getting him some information regarding being able to pull together this Lane Talk this weekend. So we all owe Rick Barbera a big thank you. See some people ordering some $19 t-shirts coming in. Appreciate everybody that's taking advantage of that deal. Baumgartner, Burns, Holloman, Williams, Hendrick, Yarborough, Floth, Lunning. Bottom right of your screen. We got Britton and Harper, Williams and Barrett, Powers and Flock. We'll watch Connor throw a shot here and Baumgartner, and we'll invert the streams. Powers and Rock, Barrett and Williams, Britton and Harper, and Bonku and Hale. All right, everybody. Looks like we got scores in after 2 games. Let's go ahead and take a look at that now. Let's see. And we'll do that after Kevin's shot here. Brian Powers with 480 for his first 2 games, by the way. He's the high total up there on the board. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the scores. Dimitri Cruz, Michael Holloman. They are your 2024 champions. They bowled 447 and 464. Nothing crazy, just very consistent. All games over 220 for those players, and they find themselves at the top of the leaderboard. You've got Colin Clark and Landon Connell in second right now, and that's with a 144 game for Colin. Landon Connell has gone 279. 267. Damn. I mean, that's some bowling there. Evan Flock and Connor Lunning now up to third with that 290 and 257 game here. 547. Hell of a comeback for the boys. Trevor Baumgartner and Dylan Burns are both 437, 444. 210 is their low game as a team. Leshikar and McPherson in fifth now at 52 over the last game. They sit at 879. McPherson 249, 258 start. Ryan Powers, 247, 233 start. That 480 we just talked about. They're at 75 over. Runk and Runk are 65 over. You got Britton and Harper at 59 over. Sachs and Miller at 50 over. Biondo and Jones at 49 over. Then you got Crow and Johnson at 32 over. Holloman and Williams at 31 over. Then you've got Brown and Bonku and Hale at 30 over. Brown and Cosper at 27 over. Jolly and Sachs at 19 over. Murphy and Bolds at 13 over. Laird and Crane 3 under, 7 under for Brand and McLaren. Sanders and Watson are 18 under, 28 under is Harris and Kennedy. And I'll scroll through the rest here. You can kind of take a look and see how your favorite team is doing. And kudos to me for that time going over the standings and not having the sound drop. So what a great job I just did.
Let's do it.
Yes, I agree. All right, let's slide out of there. Thanks to Joseph, Craig, Brad, another Joseph, and Chuck for your orders today coming in through the website. I see you guys out there taking advantage of our $19 t-shirt special at InsideBowling.com. Appreciate you guys very much. -1 t-shirts. Well, I've got some pretty big concerns here, everybody. I had I forgot an item with me, and I went and got the item that I need to make sure everything can work well, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like that it is. So give me 1 second, I gotta work on something. Phil Cosper had the front 7. Not anymore. Well, he had the front 7. Now he's got 9 spare in the 8th. Appreciate those of you monitoring some scores for me here on Lane Talk. Let's see what else we got here. No 300s. Let's see if anything big is coming out here. Cameron Brundage can bowl 265. His partner Victor Cortez can bowl 248. 239 max for Casey Murphy. 257 for Austin Bolds. Braden Sanders can bowl 267 with a 9 out in the middle of the game. Parker Watson can bowl 233. Those are some of the higher scores that I'm seeing right now. Zachary Leshikar can still bowl 279. His partner Emmanuel can only bowl 184. Baumgartner and Burns can still bowl 259 and 257. We have bottom right of your screen. We'll probably go back over to there. Let's see. Yep, I'm going to move over to here. Baumgartner and Burns. Big games going here. Trevor leaves that that 8-pin there. Just sat back down. I'm dealing with a power issue here in the booth. I forgot my MacBook charger with me, and so last night I went and got the magnetic thing that you use for a MacBook, and I didn't buy the brick that you plug it into because I have a power strip here, and I looked it up and they're like, hey, if you have a power strip you plug directly into the power strip, it should be good. And then I also have my MacBook Air thing, and that said that should be okay too to power this thing. So I plugged in last night. It was charging up, but Wirecast and all these things that I have running takes a lot of battery power. So my battery is at 28% right now, and we're in game 3. So I won't be able to broadcast the whole squad at this rate. So what I'm going to have to do at the beginning of the next game is I'm going to have to leave the bowling center and leave the stream on with no commentary and go get this brick. Weird, I know. Party foul on my part, I guess. But anyway, I brought up this Trevor Baumgartner 8-pin I wanted to show everybody. Watch this. This is just nasty. That is just not. I mean, that's gross. So yeah, I am legit going to leave the building. You guys are going to be commentary free for game 4. Where can you get the power brick at? 10 minutes outside of Springfield. I can grab it. Well, I was just gonna. I appreciate that. I'm just gonna run over to Best Buy. It's 7 minutes away. I can get there and back very easily before a game is over. I appreciate the offer, but I'm gonna return this thing. So I've got a Best Buy card and like special some sort of tier that I'm on that there's no questions asked when I return if I put it running through my account. So because I don't really need this thing. I'm telling you, I got to bring. It's about 100 things I got to bring with me, and I had my MacBook charging at work, and you know when you're leaving and you're scrambling and you're busy, you got a lot going on. That's the one thing I forgot to grab. But I thought I had it fixed. See, just the wire itself was $50. I didn't want to spend $70 on the brick also. It seemed pointless. But it's not pointless. I'm at 27%. Dylan Burns finishing out here. That looks pretty darn good. My boys Floth and Lunning, 228 and 254, making me proud. And regarding my battery situation,
This could be a problem.
it sure could. All right, everybody. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go right into game 4 here. Then you guys can time me. I'm just going to go ahead and just set it up for game 4, even though it's still game 3. And I'm going to hit the road jack, and I will be right back as soon as I possibly can. I might even put a little note up. I am going to put a little note up. Let's see, what should I say? Commentary resumes game 5. That's it. That's what I'm going to do. Commentary resumes game 5. I've never done this before. But it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. That's it. Catch you all in a minute.
You had inside trading. You do what they did in holiday doubles, you dog.
funny. Yeah, but I told him what was going on. Oh, okay. And I got a note up there. What's the percentage at on this thing? 19%. Yeah, we were at 100 when we started the vlog. And I'm plugged in. It's just not charging. Oh, this is gonna go. So funny. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm back from Best Buy. Take this off the screen. Successfully back. We're charging. Our battery is going up. Thanks for hanging out during game number 4 without me. My boys, Evan Flath and Connor Lunning, struggling a little bit here this game. 215, 144 max scores. Let's see. Mike Brown had 234, 183 for Phil Cosper with an open in the 10th. Austin Bolt had is going to have 202 if he strikes here. 225 for Casey Murphy. Let's see. What's the over-under on Mike making it back? I made it back. Made it back. In and out of Best Buy. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, we're at 21%. We're climbing. Live scoring. Britton had 246. Matthew Harper had 259. Nice job to those guys. That's a big score. 505. Let's see what else we got in here. 270. Oh, Trevor Baumgartner had 278. Dylan Burns can bowl 243. That's a big game there. Brad Miller can bowl 215. Eric Sachs bowled 258. Kirkendall had 258. Colin Norman had 237. Some people are starting to find it now. Tuna Banku had 243 with open to finish the game. Had the front 8, went open, 2 splits. Hayden Hale had 248. Wow, Aaron Siska and Lauren Blackwell really rough. 157, 195. Aaron Holloman, Carl Williams coming over here. Game 5. Slide this over. Let's see. Let's take a look at pacing. 4 games in. It's 11:18, 2 hours. Yeah, it'll be done about, about an hour and a half a game. Should be done about 12:45-ish. Got a 1:30 squad coming up behind. It's probably a good opportunity to take a look at our schedule here. Those are our times today. 9 a.m. You're watching the 9 a.m. squad right now. 1:30 today for B squad. 6 o'clock for C squad later today. We'll have all that for you here live on Inside Bowling. Also, those of you that were curious, here's our oil pattern. 7.78 to 1 oil pattern. Playing a little bit more difficult than normal here, though. Not your typical house shot. A little bit trickier. Ratios don't always tell what's happening on the lanes. And one more shout out here for our Inside Bowling Deal of the Week. Back to league, back to bowling. Everybody's starting up their bowling leagues again. So we are doing $19 t-shirts on all of our t-shirts at Inside Bowling. Check them out. $19 this week through Wednesday. We've got the deals for you, everybody. And Michael Holloman makes that spare. Tuna Bonku, Hayden Hale, Nathan Jarrett, Charlie Law. Looks like we're going to have Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett. And looks like Kirkendall as well over here on these lanes. Colin Norman. Oh boy, this is funny. Chuck Ritchie. Sending me photos. Why not? We were climbing. We were up to 27% now on the laptop. That would have been bad. Just FYI, that would have been bad.
Trey, your order is ready, Trey.
Back from Best Buy, everybody. Got the charger. Thanks, Chuck, for the photo. Oh, boy. Gotta love it. Gotta love where we're at in the world today. Oh, man. It's too good. It's too good. I went for a rip. I had to go for a rip. It was too good. I had to go out for that rip over to Best Buy. Went for a rip, eh? I went for a rip on you, bud. That's what I did. Now I'm back. Better than ever. Not better than Ezra, better than ever. Good music there, though. They had a song called Good. Looking around the house, hiding behind the window and the door, searching for signs of life, but there's nobody home. Well, maybe I'll call or write you a letter. Well, maybe we'll see on the 4th of July. I'm not too proud, and I'm not too sure. Something like that. I'm not too sure, and I'm not too proud to say wow. They made up that lyric, by the way. Wow. And it's good. What a great song. Better than Ezra. I want to say that was 1995. Better than Ezra. Good release date. February 28th, 1995. How about that? Got it again. Got it again.
Oh my God.
I know. I am that good. Good little tune there. Oh, I'm definitely still on the out for a rip. 523 people watching right now. Greater Ozarks double shootout. Have I told you guys about the Heart of America Beverage Company? They're one of the great sponsors we have here in this event. And we're proud to recognize Heart of America Beverage Company as a valued sponsor of the Greater Ozarks Double Shootout and a new sponsor of this great event. Heart of America Beverage Company is a leading beverage distributor serving communities throughout the region with an extensive selection of beer, spirits, non-alcoholic beverages, and other refreshment products. They partner with retailers, restaurants, bars, and entertainment venues to provide dependable service, trusted brands, and exceptional customer support. Their commitment to quality and community involvement has made them a respected name in the beverage industry. Please join us, all of us, in thanking Heart of America Beverage Company for supporting bowling in the Ozarks and helping make this tournament possible. We appreciate their partnership and commitment to helping local events and communities thrive. Heart of America Beverage Company, thank you for your continued support and your sponsorship here at the 2026 Greater Ozarks Doubles Shootout that we're bringing to you on YouTube here on the Inside Bowling channel. Oh, we just had over here on 34, 24810 converted. Kevin Williams just left a 6-8. That's no fun. That's no fun at all. I probably need to give you guys a game score update. Let's see where we were at here. Score update. When we do this, we'll also switch over to our other pairs. We'll watch Tim throw a shot here, and then we will bounce there. Hayden Hale with a nice start here. Nathan Jared with a nice start. Tuna Banku also with a good start here. Tim comes in high. All right. Take a look here. Baumgartner and Burns, your leaders. They are 272 over. It's nice bowling. The games of 437, 444, 470, and 521. Then you got Cruz and Holloman at 242 over. 213 over is Britton and Harper. Then you've got Leshikar and McPherson at 204 over. Sachs and Miller, 163 over. Biondo and Jones, 160 over. Then you've got Ryan Powers and Brandon Rock at 140 over. Alexis and Brandon Runk are 129 over. Flath and Lunning, 128 over. And then you got Clark and Connell, 119 over, followed by Banku and Hale, 109 over. Then 107 over is Holloman and Williams. 104 over is Brown and Cosper. Murphy and Bolds are 86 over, followed by Jolly and Sachs, 56 over. Crow and Johnson, 43 over. And you see how the rest of the teams shake out. I'll go through them all here, but I'm not going to name them all. There you have it. Remember, here on YouTube, you can always rewind and go back and pause, and you can see the standings if you'd like. Push back over to here. Dimitri Cruz, Michael Holloman, Aaron Holloman, Carl Williams, Braden Sanders, Parker Watson, Evan Flath, and Connor Lunning. Am I on the correct lanes now, everybody? I see this note in here. Can we please switch lanes? Yes, you can. Try to share the love as much as we can around here. I just got the one stream rolling for you all the time here on Inside Bowling. Let's see. Looking for Brandon Biondo can bowl 290 this game. Eric Jones can bowl 236. That's down on 11 and 12. Hale and Bonku still bowl 537. My boys over there talking to me, Evan and Connor. These guys are like a roller coaster ride. By the way, how cool is it that Michael Holloman is bowling in the Jacob Buttriff jersey? I hadn't made mention of that. Jacob Buttriff passed away a couple of weeks ago. Shocked the entire bowling world. We're deeply saddened by the loss. We've talked about it a couple times on the stream, but Buttriff, one of those guys that you just love the guy. Gone way too soon, and really cool of Michael Holloman to be paying tribute to him here today. Tournament takes 1 and 4 to the cashers round tomorrow morning. $28 teams on this squad, so you know, it's all squads combined, but it would be 7th place right now. Would be, you know, the unofficial cut number, which is 140 over through 4 games. $130 will be our next stream. Right around 1:30. Michael Holloman up close and personal wearing a Jacob Buttriff jersey today. I just think that's so cool.
Michael. Great job. I love the shirt. Thanks, sir. I love that. You got another one for tomorrow?
No. I should have ordered his colorful one.
Brandon Biondo had 245. Eric Jones had 235. I was down on 11 and 12. Just looking at lane talk over here. Looks like Justin Kennedy can bowl 300 on lane 15. Keep you updated on that one. I'm going to take a peek over here at the scores on our other lanes here. Wow, Hayden Hale ended up with 268. Tuna Banku had 234, 227 for Nathan Jarrett, 191 for Charlie Law. Kevin Williams has got it going on now with a 4-bagger. Tim's got a triple. Brian Kirkendall can still bowl 268 and 236 for Colin Norman. Watch Kevin throw a shot, and then we'll invert the stream. Just wanted to give you guys a scoring update on these other lanes. Kevin sneaks one out of there. Justin Kennedy went 6-3 in the ninth, so we'll not bowl 300. There will be no 300s in this game. $12,000 up top. Not quite a house shot, 7-to-1 ratio, but playing a little tricky for some of the players, although I think it's settled in kind of nicely here as the block has gone on, blended out pretty nice. A little 200 game there for Michael Holloman. Dimitri with 239. Plus scores right now is a good thing. Carl Williams can still get to 249 here. They can bowl 450. It was 214 for Evan. And Connor, wheels have fallen off in the back half of this game. $154. My boys are struggling a little bit right now. See if they can get it turned around.
Yeah. I was like 8, 9 right.
All right, game 6 getting ready to get underway. We'll head over here. Got Kevin and Tim finishing up here, along with Brian and Colin. We got Christopher McNamee, Stephanie Riley, Lauren Blackwell, Aaron Siska coming in. Game 6 coming up. Game 5 finishing up on the right side of your screen. Glad you're with us here on Inside Bowling. I'd like to take a second and talk about M5 Pools, another great sponsor of this event. And we are excited to recognize M5 Pools of Springfield, Missouri as a valued sponsor of the Greater Ozark Doubles Shootout. This is a new sponsor for this year. M5 Pools specializes in designing and building beautiful, high-quality custom swimming pools and outdoor living spaces. From new pool construction and renovations to water features, decking, and complete backyard transformations, their team is dedicated to creating outdoor spaces where families and friends can relax and make lasting memories. Their commitment to craftsmanship, quality, and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in the Springfield area. Please join us in thanking M5 Pools for supporting bowling in the Ozarks and helping make this tournament possible. If you're ready to transform your backyard into your own personal oasis or paradise, be sure to contact M5 Pools. That's M5 Pools, another great sponsor here at the Greater Ozarks Doubles Shootout. Man, that sounds nice right now, by the way. Little backyard transformation. That's what I need. Little backyard transformation. Hey, Brian. Thanks for joining me, Dennis, on the thanking of the M5 pool sponsor. Right now might not be a bad idea to just kind of talk a little bit about all the sponsors, just to list them again. We want to thank Smith Auto Transport, Part of America Beverage Company, M5 Pools, Brunswick Bowling, Bowlifi, and Enterprise Park Lanes. Let me tell you about Bowlifi. As we're excited to recognize Bowlifi as a valued sponsor of the Greater Ozarks Double Shootout, Bowlifi is a premier custom bowling apparel company specializing in high-quality, performance-driven jerseys designed for bowlers of every skill level. From fully customized team jerseys to eye-catching tournament apparel, Bowlifi combines innovative designs, premium materials, and exceptional craftsmanship to help bowlers look and perform their best on the lanes. Their commitment to quality and customer service has made them a trusted name in the bowling community. Please join us in thanking Bowlifi for supporting bowling in the Ozarks and helping make this tournament possible. Whether you're looking for a single custom jersey or outfitting an entire team, Bowlifi delivers apparel that's built to perform and designed to stand out. Thanks to Steve Fairchild over at Bowlifi and all they do for bowling.
Trey, your order is ready. Trey.
I want to thank Julie at Enterprise Park Lanes, getting me all the standings in a great, quick fashion. We'll have another standings update here for you in just a moment. I also want to report that our laptop is up to 68% juice, so we're good to go now. Those of you that missed it, I forgot my laptop charger here on this event, and I went over to Best Buy and I bought the Apple USB connector that works with the magnetic charging system. But I did not buy the brick. The brick was $99, and I thought I could take a shortcut and I could plug it into my power strip here that has a USB connection directly into the power strip. That did not work. And then I tried my MacBook Air power brick with this adapter, and that was still declining. So I had to go over and spend $99 on a new MacBook charger block. Not only do you need the cord for $60, but you need the block for $99 for it to be able to power properly. Got preseason football today. This is the time of year where everything starts to just get good. Thank everybody for picking up these T-shirts today. Most recent customer, Jesse Gonzalez. Thank you for picking up some shirts. Appreciate you. Matter of fact, Jesse, if you're watching right now, there is one shirt you should have received $6 more off. So I'm going to give you a refund of $6 right now. Refund. I can't do it through the stupid app. All right, let me do it over here. Jesse, if you're watching, I'm going to get you taken care of. Because that's what we do. We take care of you. That rhymes, by the way. Rhyme time. Wheel of Fortune puzzle. I got you, Jesse. All right. Yep. $6 refund. Refund. $6. $6? Done deal. Also shout out to Ned and to Corey, and to Lauren, and to Chuck, and to Joseph, and to Brad, and to Craig, and to another Joseph, and to Laura, and to Jerry, and to Danny for all picking up some merch. Greatly appreciate it. Unfortunately, we had to up our shipping rates for free shipping. I had to take it to $85. We did a financial analysis, and man, shipping costs have just gone up so much that we can't run deals and do free shipping at $75 anymore. Unfortunately, I really want to, but we just can't. So we had to bump that up. Should have went to 100, but we decided to go $85 on the free shipping. It's a dog-eat-dog world right now, isn't it, everybody? Man, is it tough. We got Casey Murphy and Austin Bolds, Eric Sachs, Brad Miller back on the stream. Let me try to look and see if we got Game 5. Game 5 will be here before we know it. Game 5 scores. Actually, I'm looking down. Looks like a team just finished down there, so there's no way they could have the scores yet. Austin Bolds, spare strike. You can get a feel for how the players are bowling, though, by looking up above on the score. Brad is 74 over. Eric Sachs is 140 over. So they're 214 over. You do the math right there. Casey Murphy is 35 over. Austin Bolds is 89 over. Nice shot there by Casey. And then you got Aaron and Lauren and Christopher and Stephanie. Stephanie starting with the front four here. Let's go, Stephanie. You guys are funny. Jason likes the hammer hat I got during the 25% off weekend. Wear it to work every day. Awesome. Got my dry fit tee showing up today, looking super comfy. Those dry fit tees that we added, you can save 15% off those with coupon code YouTube, by the way, everybody. Those dry fit tees, let me tell you how much everybody likes them. Everybody in the office is like ordering these things. The bald eagle has got a triple. Starting to heat up. Heating up. We got so many great bowlers going on right here. We got Stephanie with the front five. We got Brad and Eric that are 6 for 6. But I think I have to share the love here a little bit and give a little bit of kudos here to somebody. Nice shot there by Eric. We'll keep an eye on them bottom right of the screen. Alexis Runk up on lane 35. I believe her and her father, Andy Nyer, are the only father-daughter combo to ever win national tour titles. Her father, Andy, and now Alexis winning the PWBA event last week. playing really deep. But congratulations to Alexis. Working for Bowl TV over the summer, I did an event, and Brian O'Keefe joined us in the booth, and we did this real deep dive into discussing women that become college coaches and how they have to lead by example out on the lanes. And Alexis Nair-Runk is in her 3rd year at the helm of the bowling program at Wartburg College. She's the head women's bowling coach, and how once you become a women's bowling coach, you have to lead by example everywhere you bowl and how you conduct yourself on the lanes, because if you teach it to your team, you got to live it. You got to live that. And not only are you coaching all the time, but you're also thinking about what you're teaching and thinking about your own game. And Brian and I went into a deep dive discussing, Shannon O'Keefe, when she became a college coach, how her game actually excelled and got better. And same thing happened with Lauren Russo. So these college coaches, these women that become college coaches that really have to be around the game even more, it helps with their game. And Alexis, now being in the 3rd year of her coaching, she gets a win on the PWBA tour, and she's an awesome bowler. And Brian also shared with us then that at the Team USA camps, they do a lot of tracking of your, how consistent you are with your speed, your release, targeting, and she was an elite repeater on the lanes. With the data that came back. One of the best, actually, out of everybody there. So, just goes to show. Thank you. So, Alexis is awesome. So happy she won. She won the Pepsi Open for her first career PWBA title just 7 days ago. She beat Stephanie Zavala 223 to 211. She said, "It means the world to me, and I'm just so grateful." Her brother Anthony Nair is here in the building. Father Andy are well known in the bowling community. Really great story there. And it's always been a pleasure to be around when I stream these tournaments. Shout out to Brandon, too. Brandon's a great dude. We're going to talk about balance. Brandon Runke has got great balance. All right, they're going to be a little bit further along on the left, but I'm going to invert the stream. Both Sachs and Miller missed while I was gone, along with Stephanie Riley, while we were looking at the other pairs in full screen. And how about we all join hands together and let's take a look at the standings. All right, your leaders, Baumgartner and Burns. So they are 344 over. They have both games of 437, 444, 470, 521, and 472. Cruz and Holloman now second at 281 over, followed by Leshikar and McPherson, 265 over. Biondo and Jones are 240 over. Britton and Harper, 232 over. Sachs and Miller are 214 over. Bonku and Hale, after 491, 502, climb into seventh at 211 over. Ryan Powers and Brandon Rock are 179 over. They're 8th. 9th is Holloman and Williams. That's Aaron and Carl. 157 over. And 10th, the Runks at 147 over. Then it goes Clark Connell, Murphy Bolds, Brown Cosper, Crow Johnson, Flath Lunning, Kirkendall Norman, Jolly and Sachs, Harris and Kennedy, Sanders and Watson. Then you got Kay Will and Barrett, Hendrick and Yarborough, Laird and Crane, Brandt and McLaren, Brundage and Cortez, McNamee and Riley, and there are the rest of the current standings, folks.
Cheryl, your order is ready. Cheryl.
Brandon Runk, bottom right of your screen, running them out. Could still bowl 248. .1207 is the time here locale. We are in the Central Time Zone. We're in Springfield, Missouri at Enterprise Park Lanes. You're watching A Squad qualifying game number 6 of 7 right here on Inside Bowling on YouTube. My name is Mike Flanagan. Thanks for being here with me, everybody. It's a pure joy to bring you these bowling tournaments. This is week 7 in a row. And we are doing it. We're really doing it. Shout out to everybody participating in this tournament. No matter how high or how low you score, just the fact that you shoe up and you come out and you compete against these bowlers. Gotta give everybody a sincere kudos and shout out here today for taking to the lanes and trying to win the 12K, but more importantly, getting experience, spending time around our great game. Michael Holloman has the front 9, being told. Go look. Dimitri Cruz had 226. It's over on lane 31. Hallman's going to step up on 31 here. He's got the front 9. He's wearing his Jacob Buttriff jersey today. This would be a special one for Mike Hallman if he were to finish off 300 for Jacob. He's up on the approach. You'll see him step in the scene here in just a second. There he is. Michael Hallman, front 10. Holloman has bowled games of 227, 234, 206, 269, and 200. Working on the front 11 now. He's got 11. Michael Holloman, 11 in a row. Past champion here. Holloman 300 wearing his Jacob Buttriff jersey today, paying honor and tribute to his good friend Jacob Buttriff, who we lost just a couple weeks ago. Congratulations, Michael. Nice bowling, buddy. Great human being, that Michael Holloman. That was pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. 300 wearing a Buttriff jersey. Yeah.
Someone was asking me, how's the cut work in this?
How's the cut work?
Like how many make?
Yeah, 1 and 4.
1 and 4 overall.
Yep. Yep. 1 and 4. Come back tomorrow morning.
1 and 4.
Yep.
1 and 4 overall. He's dead. Lost all his hair, can't hear.
One game to play. 1 to go. Laptop's at 80%. Got B squad coming up at 1:30. Probably start a little late because the scoring pace is a little bit slow or a little bit lower here. Be my guess. Guess we'll probably push back 15 minutes or so. It's been a smooth ride here this morning. Glad you're along for it. We just got some great bowling here this weekend, is what we got. Got some great bowlers. We're going to have some great matches tomorrow. You know, today's just qualifying day. It's just who are they going to be? Who is our cast going to be? It's like a casting call. Who is going to be our cast for tomorrow? Best of the best. Lanes will break down a little bit differently tomorrow because we won't have as much lane play variety. Most people will be playing around the same part of the lane tomorrow. as a group, a cohesive unit. Seems like the pattern was pretty tricky to start, and it seems like it's settled down a little bit once some balls have traveled down the lane. The oil's moved around a little bit on the lanes. All right. Website for results. You got to go over to the Facebook page. Colin Clark, Landon Connell, Dimitri Cruz, Michael Holloman. These guys right here have not missed. Maybe he'll go back-to-back 3 bills. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun? And I put the kibosh on that one. This is game number 7. I will come back over here. I just want to see who's coming in over here. Oh, Nathan Jarrett, Charlie Law, Justin Kennedy, Seth Harris. And it looks like we're going to have Leshikar, McPherson, Kirkendall, and Norman over on 37 and 38. Keep an eye on what's going there. We'll move them into the picture-in-picture. Continue riding the hot hands here. Let's see who's going to be on 29 and 30. Looks like Cortez team. If there were team tournaments similar to the World Team Challenges there used to be back in the day. I think Michael Holloman, he might be my #1 lefty pick to add, to build a team around. And those tournaments are pretty much known for having amateurs. Some pros could bowl in that, but let's just take the amateur bowling rankings. And I know we got some other great lefties. Look, I don't want to take anything away from the other ones out there like AJ Rice and several of these other great amateur lefties, but I don't know. There's just so much dog in Michael Holloman that I think I would just be like, okay, building my 5-man team or 6 if you sub a person in. You got to have one lefty. I just kind of feel like you got to build the team with a lefty. I think I might just go ahead and just pencil in the free square on the bingo card, and I'll take Michael Holloman. I'll take my chances. I'll take Michael Holloman.
Eric, your order's ready, Eric.
All right, let's see what we got from a standing standpoint here. Yep, just came in. We're going to look at those together. Standings after 6 games. Dimitri Cruz, Michael Holloman leading the event. No surprise there. No surprise. 300 game for Holloman in game number 6. They are 407 over. 369 over is Bonku and Hale. 352 over is Baumgartner and Burns. 346 over is Leshikar and McPherson. 322 over is Biondo and Jones. 252 over is Sachs and Miller. And Britton and Harper are 218 over right now. That's your top 7. Cut to 1 and 4. So with 28 in the squad, that would be 7th. Brandon Biondo just had 289 in the last game. 1472 for Biondo. It's 272 over for Biondo. It's pretty solid. It's averaging 250. You got Clark and Connell, then you got Aaron Holloman, Carl Williams, Brown and Cosper, Runk and Runk, Murphy and Bolds, Powers and Rock, Jolly and Sachs, Flath and Lunning. My boys, they had those 2 big games. I was feeling it. I haven't bowled 400 since. Crow and Johnson, Williams and Barrett,
Owen, your orders.
Kirkendall and Norman, Harris and Kennedy, Sanders and Watson 20th. And you can see the rest of the teams we got here, where it all shakes out. I'm going to check on something really quick. I will be right back. Looks like we're going to get started closer to about 2 o'clock today. Head over to Lane Talk now. Take a look and see who's got some big games going here in this last game. Saw Anthony Simonson on the concourse. He'll be bowling this afternoon. Things really settled down here later in the block. Seemed like some higher scores came once we had a few games under our belt here. Holloman and Cruz are most likely going to lead this thing. Dylan Burns, Trevor Baumgartner bowling quite well also. Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett bowling pretty good here this last game. Kay Wilkin bowl 279. Barrett still bowl 246. Ryan Powers went front 5, gutter spare double. Can bowl the harder way to bowl 270. Manuel McPherson down on 37 and 38. We'll go down there in a minute. Has the front 6. we move over here, Emmanuel McPherson. See if we can get a little 300 thrill here. Brad Miller, Eric Sachs. Sachs can finish out at 278. Brad bowled 238. Although I think I actually have a final for that. Just got to refresh here. Yeah, 276 for Sachs, 238 for Brad Miller. When we come back with our B squad, we'll do a deep dive during game one into the numbers and what we're looking like score-wise. We'll really dig into that. I'm actually going to go take a look at our stream schedule here. Like I said, we're going to start a little bit later than 1:30. I'm going to put it at 1:45. I think we might get there at 1:45. Okay.
I think we're the black every other game. Then there's us. They want to be that. We were consistent. We should. At least we were positive. We don't want to kind of close. We were the 60. That feels close. We're going to be exactly where we started. I can save up for a ring. Flat out. I even dropped a ring. Really? Yeah, and I'm more once a week. It's kind of I'm going to ring. That's why I get maybe next year when I get all this crap bought out and done, maybe we can reenter. See, because like rings can be expensive. We just make the cut the first time.
Do I ever get tired of watching a bunch of two-handers every week? The handedness doesn't really get to me. I don't really get tired of watching people bowl. No. I mean, the one thing I've tried to do during these long days of qualifying is just kind of communicate to you guys and pass along the information you need. I don't do a deep dive too much into analysis of the bowling as much anymore, but on Sunday I do. I get more into that stuff. I got to save myself a little bit, you know. I'm excited to read Michael's Facebook post explaining how he shot 300 and then lost carry the last game. Oh, man, come on. Come on.
Yeah, furniture's really expensive. No, it's not. Yes, it is. If you actually want a decent couch, yes, so you can last longer. That's why. No, that's the discount furniture. How big is it? Not $1,700. Mine's nice. Well, it was just $700 if we had people move it in, though. That's fun. Yeah, absolutely I do. It's my favorite spot. I come home, I'm mad at work, I grab a glass of bourbon, sit on my couch, and relax for a second. Yeah, that's right. I sound like my dad. Now I'm going to be 26.
Zach Leshikar, Emmanuel McPherson here, 246, 267. Max here. Let's take a look at them again in the standings. I want to take a look at this. They are fourth right now. They bowled 427, 452, 431, 494, 461, 481. And they can finish with this monster game. You know, being in fourth at 346 over, they can get well into the 400 over here. They can be about 450 over. That's one heck of a finish. That's going to put them in a spot where they're going to be feeling really good going into tomorrow. You want to make that top 16. These guys are going to be well on their way. Greater Ozarks double shootout. One more time. Let's give a shout out to all of our great sponsors. We want to thank Smith Auto Transport, Heart of America Beverage Company, M5 Pools, Brunswick Bowling, Bowlifi, and Enterprise Park Lanes, home of the Greater Ozarks Bowling Tournament, singles doubles team event. Emmanuel leaves a little 6-pin here. So 501 now their max. Very nice bowling today. Make that 6-pin. And again, everybody, our stream is going to start in about an hour. They got to oil lanes and got to get ready for things here. So we'll be back with you in about an hour, give or take, with B Squad. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with me today. We had great viewership during this stream. Remember, tomorrow our coverage starts at 8:30 in the morning with our bracket play starting at noon. So make sure you mark your calendars for that. And with that, that's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in, watching the 2026 Greater Ozarks Double Shootout live here on Inside Bowling on YouTube. A Squad qualifying in the books. We'll see you in about an hour with B Squad coming up right here from Enterprise Park Lanes here in Springfield, Missouri.